Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your Manchester City versus Manchester United preview. It's at the Etihad Stadium. It's Sunday the 6th of March. It kicks off at 4:30. It's the Manchester Derby. This is going to be a tough game for Manchester United. You know, Manchester City have got a very good squad. They've got Phil Foden. He's a very good young player. Phil Foden risen up Manchester City's academy. Raheem Sterling, he's been at Manchester City for quite a few years now. Manchester City got him from Liverpool. Gabriel Jesus, he's a very good attacking player. Manchester City signed Julian Alvarez from River Plate back in January, but Alvarez got loaned back out to River Plate until the end of the season. Alvarez will officially be a Manchester City player in the summer. Riyad Mahrez, he's also very good. He's been at Manchester City for around 4 years now. Manchester City got Riyad Mahrez from Leicester back in 2018. Kevin De Bruyne, he's regarded as one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Manchester City got De Bruyne from Wolfsburg. Ilkay Gundogan is a good midfielder. Fernandinho is still at Manchester City. He's 35, 36 years old. Rodri, he's done well for Man City recently, but he didn't enjoy a good start to his Manchester City career. Manchester City got Rodri from Atletico Madrid. Cole Palmer, he's out with injury at the moment. Jack Grealish, he's been a poor signing for Man City. He's done nowhere near as well as a lot of Manchester City fans expected. I thought Jack Grealish was far superior at Aston Villa than he has been at Man City. Jack Grealish is Manchester City's most expensive signing. Manchester City paid £100 million for him. Bernardo Silva, Man City also have him. I highly rate Cancelo. City have Zinchenko, but Zinchenko doesn't get in the team much. Man City have got some good centre-halves. They've got John Stones, that's good. Manchester City got John Stones from Everton. At one point, I didn't really rate John Stones. He's had his bad periods as a Manchester City player. Laporte's a very good centre-half. He's had a few injuries at Manchester City. Ruben Diaz is a good centre-half. They've got Nathan Ake as well, that's another centre-half, but he doesn't really get in Manchester City's team. City got Nathan Ake from Bournemouth. Kyle Walker, he's a very good right-back. Manchester City got him from Tottenham. City paid around £50 million. Manchester City's first choice goalkeeper is Edison. The second choice goalkeeper is Zach Steffen. Zach Steffen is out with injury at the moment. Their third choice goalkeeper is Scott Carson. So there you go. City have lost players. Back in January, they lost Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres went to Barcelona from Man City. Few years ago, they lost Leroy Sané. Sané went to Bayern Munich from Man City. At the end of last season, Manchester City let Aguero leave on a free. Aguero went to Barcelona from Man City. They let Eric Garcia go. He went to Barcelona. David Silva left them. He went to Real Sociedad from City. City also lost Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison went to Leeds from Man City. At one point, though, Leeds had Jack Harrison on loan for 3 seasons, and then obviously after that, Leeds got him permanently. City, quite a few years ago, lost Vincent Kompany. He went to become player manager at Anderlecht. They lost Otamendi. Otamendi was part of the deal of Man City getting Ruben Diaz, and City also lost Joe Hart. So there you go. Manchester City have a very good manager in Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is regarded as one of the best managers in the world. He's won a lot of trophies in his managerial career. He's won a lot of trophies at Manchester City. You know, last season Manchester City won the Premier League. They've won 3 titles in the last 4 seasons. And last season Manchester City won the League Cup. Prior to Liverpool winning it recently, City won the League Cup for the last 4 seasons in a row. Manchester City did get to the Champions League final last season, but they lost to Chelsea. The Champions League is the only trophy Manchester City have not won. A few years ago, Manchester City won the domestic treble, and that was the season Man City finished on 100 points. Pep Guardiola has been the Manchester City manager for around 6 years. Manchester City appointed him in back in 2016. His contract at Man City expires next year. Before Manchester City, he managed Bayern Munich and Barcelona. He almost won the Champions League at Bayern Munich, did Guardiola. He did win the Champions League when he was at Barcelona. A lot of years ago, Guardiola and Marcelo Bielsa worked together. And Bielsa taught Pep Guardiola, and Guardiola's obviously been following Bielsa's philosophy at Manchester City. Bielsa recently got sacked from Leeds. Obviously Leeds appointed Jesse Marsch in to replace Marcelo Bielsa. Before Pep Guardiola, Manchester City had Manuel Pellegrini. They won the Premier League under him. And before him they had Roberto Mancini. Manchester City won the Premier League under Roberto Mancini. It was the first title they'd won in 44 years under Mancini, and they also won the FA Cup under Mancini. Manchester City are top of the Premier League at the moment. The only team that can catch them this season is Liverpool. Man City recently beat Peterborough 2-0 in the FA Cup. City won their last league game against Everton 1-0. But City were lucky to win that because Everton got robbed. Everton should have had a penalty. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 0-0 draw against Watford. Manchester United were dominant against Watford. You know, Manchester United had the vast majority of the possession. You know, Man United had a lot of chances. Man United had a total of 22 shots, but on the other side of things, Man United only had 3 shots on target. Reflecting on that 0-0 draw against Watford, the top 4 is now in doubt for Man United. Arsenal do have 3 games in hand. Manchester United won this fixture at the Etihad last season 2-0, but City won at Old Trafford earlier on this season 2-0. The only players Man United have missing, Edinson Cavani, he's still out with injury. Scott McTominay has also been out with illness, so that's the only players that are missing for Man United. Manchester United have a difficult march. You know, we've got Manchester City on Sunday. Then after that we've got Tottenham. Then after that it's the second leg against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Then we go away to Liverpool. So I reckon this month will define Manchester United's season, like Gary Neville mentioned not so long ago. Like I updated you yesterday, Manchester United director John Murtough confirmed that Manchester United have officially begun their search for a new permanent manager. Mauricio Pochettino and Erik ten Hag are the leading candidates. Mauricio Pochettino is the favourite to become Manchester United's next manager. Recently, Manchester United held talks with Mauricio Pochettino. Reports from Spain said the other week that Pochettino rejected Manchester United as he's waiting for Real Madrid. Real Madrid want Pochettino to replace Carlo Ancelotti. Real Madrid are unhappy with Carlo Ancelotti. Mauricio Pochettino is expected to leave PSG at the end of the season. He's been in charge of PSG for over a year. His contract at PSG expires next year. I think he has won a French Cup with PSG. I'd take Pochettino as Manchester United's next manager because I reckon that Pochettino would suit the strappings of the club. And I think he would be capable of winning trophies and he would get the best out of these group of players. And Pochettino's managed in the Premier League before, which is beneficial. Before, Pochettino endured a 5.5-year managerial tenure at Tottenham. Back in 2018, he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final. And at one point, he almost won the league when he was Tottenham manager. Tottenham made a bad mistake sacking him at the time. And before Tottenham managed Southampton, he only endured a short managerial tenure with them, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League so far. A lot of years ago, Pochettino managed Espanyol. Revert back to when Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho, Manchester United should have got Pochettino. But the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. And as you all know, it said earlier on this season that Ralf Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become the club's next manager. And a lot of Manchester United fans would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You know, Erik ten Hag is a young coach. You've got to admire the work he's done. at Ajax. You know, he's developed the young players well. He's won a couple of Eredivisie titles with them. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go, and he's been the Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ajax appointed him in back in 2017. His contract at Ajax expires next year. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Ralf Rangnick has been ruled out becoming Manchester United's next permanent boss. It said earlier on this season that Rangnick wanted the permanent Man United job. Ralf Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for around 3 months. Rangnick is Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season, then he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Rangnick has nearly managed 20 games in all competitions as Manchester United's interim manager. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Earlier on this season, Rangnick recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. And not so long ago, Rangnick was alongside Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell is at Monaco. Unfortunately, Rangnick did not get backed in January, and he actually got promised as well he was going to be backed. Rangnick has only endured 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window. You know, Manchester United did not make any signings in January. We should have let Lingard and Henderson leave, but we blocked their exits, and we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of the January transfer window. On the other side of things, you know, Man United loaned players out back in January. Van der Beek went out on loan to Everton. Martial went out on loan to Sevilla. Amad Diallo went out on loan to Rangers. Ethan Laird went out on loan. Tuanzebe went out on loan to Napoli. Tiedemann Menga went out on loan to Birmingham. So we'll let around 8 players leave in January. In the summer of this year, though, I'm expecting Manchester United to make signings. We'll want to sign a midfielder in the summer. Don't forget when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. I am expecting a lot of players to depart the club in the summer. In the summer, I reckon Dean Henderson will leave. Jones and Bailly will leave because Jones and Bailly and Henderson don't really get in the team. We could look to sell Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the summer. Matic, he'll leave in the summer because Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders. There's a good chance that Pogba will leave in the summer. Van der Beek and Martial, I'm expecting them to leave in the summer. Lingard will leave in the summer. He should have left in January, but like I said, Man United blocked his exit. Mata will leave in the summer. I'm expecting Cavani to leave in the summer. And there's a good chance that Cristiano Ronaldo will leave Manchester United in the summer, especially if Man United fail to finish in the top 4. Don't forget, Rangnick wants to replace Ronaldo with Osimhen. Ralf Rangnick has doubts about Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's in bad form at the moment. He's only scored 1 goal in his last 10 games. So, there you go. The only chance Manchester United have of winning a trophy this season is the Champions League. I'm very sceptical we'll win the Champions League, so it's going to be another trophyless season for Man United. Man United have not won a trophy for 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Rangnick's aim, though, for this season is for Man United to finish in the top 4. Even if Man United finish in the top 4 this season, that is not a successful season. Because obviously with the squad we've got and the money we've invested since Ferguson retired, we should be up there winning the title, or at least competing. Man United have not won the Premier League since 2013. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Even though Man United are not really known as a sacking football club. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Manchester United have got to get the Glazers out of the club, because the Glazers have been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16.5 years now. The Glazers bought Manchester United for 500 million back in 2005. It was good news that Ed Woodward stepped down earlier on this year, because Woodward was one of the biggest issues at the club for a lot of years. Ed Woodward was at Manchester United for around 17 years. Obviously, at the start of last month, Richard Arnold replaced Ed Woodward as the new chief executive. I hate the way the football club has been run now for a long time. In the last 10 years, Manchester United have only won 4 trophies, and we've spent over 1.3 billion in the last 10 years. We've recouped around 397 million in sales. We've brought over 40 odd players in since Ferguson retired. Moyes brought 2 players in, Van Gaal brought around 15, 16 players in, Mourinho recommended 11 players in, and Solskjaer brought around 14 players in. So there you go, and there's 2 players here from the Ferguson era. Let me put into the equation that Rangnick is inheriting players from who other managers have brought in. None of this squad is Rangnick's. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.